Signs you are mentally stronger than you think. Sometimes you do not feel strong. You wake up tired. You carry thoughts you never say out loud. You smile for people even when your mind feels heavy. You keep doing what needs to be done, even when your heart wants to rest. And because you do not always feel confident, you may think you are weak. But mental strength does not always look like confidence. Sometimes mental strength looks like getting out of bed when your mind feels exhausted. Sometimes it looks like staying calm when you want to break down. Sometimes it looks like choosing silence when your emotions want to explode. Sometimes it looks like walking away from something that keeps hurting you. Sometimes it looks like surviving a season of life that nobody knows about. You may be mentally stronger than you think, not because life has been easy for you, but because you are still here, still choosing to continue, even after everything that tried to make you stop. The first sign is that you keep going when life feels heavy. Mental strength is not always loud. It is not always dramatic. It is not always visible to other people. Sometimes it is quiet. It is the simple decision to keep moving forward, even when you do not feel motivated. It is doing your responsibilities while carrying emotional weight. It is showing up when your energy is low. It is trying again after feeling disappointed. It is taking one more step when you do not know what will happen next. Many people think strong people never feel tired, but strong people feel tired too. They may pause, cry, and rest, but eventually they continue. If you have kept going through something difficult, that is strength. The second sign is that you feel pain, but you do not let it control your whole life. Pain changes people. Disappointment changes people. Betrayal changes people. Failure changes people. But mental strength is shown in how you respond after being hurt. Some people let one bad experience decide their entire future. Some people let one person's mistake make them hate everyone. But if you have been hurt and still choose to heal, that is strength. If you have been disappointed and still choose to hope carefully, that is strength. If you have been betrayed and still choose not to become cruel, that is strength. Being mentally strong does not mean you never feel broken. It means you do not let broken moments become your identity. You may carry scars, but you are not only your scars. The fact that you still want peace after pain means there is strength inside you. The third sign is that you can stay silent instead of reacting. When someone misunderstands you, you may want to explain everything. When someone disrespects you, you may want to defend yourself immediately. When someone hurts you, you may want to react with the same energy. But mental strength appears in the space between feeling and reaction. It is the moment when you feel anger rising, but choose not to speak carelessly. It is the moment when you feel hurt, but choose not to destroy yourself proving a point. It is the moment when you understand that not every situation deserves your energy. Silence can be powerful, not the silence of fear, but the silence of control. Mentally strong people understand that reacting quickly is not always strength. Sometimes real strength is breathing first. You do not need to win every argument. If you protect your peace by not reacting to everything, you are stronger than you think. The fourth sign is that you can accept things you cannot control. This is one of the hardest forms of mental strength, because the mind wants answers. The mind wants control. The mind wants certainty. You want to know why someone changed. You want to know why something did not work out. You want to know why you gave your best and still lost. But not everything gives you an explanation. Not every person gives you closure. Not every problem has a quick solution. Mental strength is learning to stop fighting reality. Acceptance does not mean what happened was fair. Acceptance means you stop wasting life arguing with what you cannot change. It means focusing on your response, your healing, and your next step. The fifth sign is that you can walk away from what hurts you. Walking away is not always easy, especially when you still care, especially when you remember the good moments, especially when you hoped things would change. Sometimes leaving hurts more than staying, but caring does not mean allowing someone to destroy your peace. You can love someone and still choose distance. You can forgive someone and still not return. You can miss someone and still know they are not good for you. You can wish someone well and still close the door. People may think you became cold, but sometimes walking away is choosing yourself after being ignored for too long. It is the moment your self-respect becomes louder than your attachment. If you walked away from what kept hurting you, that is strength. The sixth sign is that you can be kind without being weak. Many people confuse kindness with weakness. They think a kind person will always forgive and always say yes. But real kindness is not the same as self-abandonment. Being kind does not mean letting people cross your boundaries. Being kind does not mean accepting disrespect. Mental strength is when your heart stays soft, but your boundaries become strong. It is when you can care about someone without letting them control you. It is when you can be gentle without being easy to use. It is when you can help others without losing yourself. It is when you can say no calmly. A mentally strong person does not need to become cruel to protect themselves. They become clear, calm, and firm. They understand that a good heart still needs a safe place to live. If you stay kind while protecting your peace, you are stronger than you think. The seventh sign is that you do not need everyone to understand you. This is a big sign of mental strength, because many people spend their life trying to be understood by the wrong people. They explain themselves again and again. They try to prove their intentions. But some people do not want to understand you. They want to keep the version of you that fits their story. When you are mentally strong, you stop chasing understanding from people who are not listening. You learn that your truth does not need everyone's approval. You learn that your worth does not disappear just because someone cannot see it. This does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop begging. You stop begging to be believed. You become peaceful when not everyone has to understand you. If you can be misunderstood and still stay true to yourself, that is strength. The eighth sign is that you can apologize when you are wrong. Mental strength is not pride. True strength includes humility. If you can say, "I could have done better," that is strength. If you can apologize without making excuses, that is strength. If you can take responsibility for your behavior, that is strength. Weak people often hide behind ego, but mentally strong people know that accountability is growth. Being wrong does not make you worthless. It makes you human. The ninth sign is that you can be alone without feeling empty. Many people fear being alone, but mental strength is shown in your ability to sit with yourself. Sometimes, being alone means you are healing. If you can spend time alone and understand yourself, you are stronger than you think. The 10th sign is that you recover after disappointment. Disappointment can make you question everything, but mental strength is not about never falling. It is about recovery. It is about rising after something did not go your way. Maybe you failed. Maybe someone left. Maybe a dream took longer than expected. But somehow you continued. Strong people rebuild little by little. If you are willing to begin again, there is strength in you. The 11th sign is that you protect your peace. Protecting your peace is not selfish. Peace is something you intentionally protect. Your mind is a home, and not everyone should be allowed inside. The 12th sign is that you can keep your heart open without giving everyone access to it. After pain, many people close their heart completely. But true healing is not becoming heartless. True healing is becoming wise. It is learning how to care without losing yourself. It is learning how to trust slowly. It is learning how to love with boundaries. The 13th sign is that you keep growing, even when nobody is clapping. Some of the most important growth happens in silence. Every time you choose peace instead of drama, you grow. Every time you choose self-respect instead of approval, you grow. The 14th sign is that you do not let fear make every decision for you. Strong people feel fear. You can feel fear and still take a step. If you are taking steps while afraid, that is strength. The final sign is that you are still here, still trying. There were moments when you wanted to give up. There were moments when you felt tired of everything. But you are still here. You are still breathing, still learning, still hoping, still trying to become better. Do not minimize the strength it took to survive your hardest days. Crying does not mean you were weak. Struggling does not mean you failed. Healing is one of the strongest things a person can do. You may be stronger than you feel, because mental strength is often quiet. You are mentally stronger than you think.